So let's do today's demo. And first, let's remind us why we are here. And this is the mission of the team. We ensure that a growing number of users have an empowering and delightful experience with Stacks, apps, and assets. The way we are doing this during Q1/2, it's working on several things. At the moment, we are getting like just in the finish line of releasing the web wallet to the stores and getting the desktop wallet in a really good place, and also getting VNS done. So during the past 2 weeks, we have been doing a bunch of things. Some of them aren't really visible or demoable, so I'm going to mention them. So we have been working on the desktop wallet. We've included dark mode, but also we work in lots of things relating who's here? Oh, sorry. So we've been working on improving the election updates, end-to-end test, and the TSX. Sorry, that's not the word, but yeah, maybe Karen can mention that. Yeah, the nodes. Yeah. Then on the web wallet, also we address all the security issues that we have from these authorities' audits, and that is done at the moment. We also work on a legal document to make sure that we can submit to the stores, and that's all of that. It's done at the moment. So this week we're probably going to be able to publish these to the stores. There has been some work with Microblocks around designing them and also improvements on the Explorer. So with that, let's demo all of that. So let's start with dark mode for the desktop wallet. Karen or Thomas, yes. Who wants to go?
Can you stop sharing, Andrés?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'll start with some of the code health improvements. One of the most important one being we've created a new transaction signing component, which just removes some duplication from the code base and will make it much more easier to add new contract calls in future. Just some tidying up that really has been needed to do for a while. In the wallet, so we've been wrapping up some of the QA from the Electron upgrade, which is now serving as the base from which we will cut the new release. I can mention that, last week or 2 weeks ago, Jasper demoed the stacking flow improvements. We've only just started those. We're going to do it in 2 releases, one with just like content changes, and the next with like all of the illustrations and like UX improvements. And then credit to Thomas for doing the migration from the old UI library to the new one, which has the most exciting benefit of introducing the dark mode, which I will show now. It's quite dark, which is good if it's really late at night, I guess. But we can also very easily add new color schemes and change these things now that we're on the new UI library. So yeah, that's it for me.
So next is the web wallet. Thomas or Hank, would you like to give an update there?
I can give on the audit side of things. So the last remaining, ticket that least authority wanted us to sort of finalize before giving their full approval was related to how we validate the URL that's used to derive an app private key during the auth flow. And so we've made some tweaks there and feel great about it. So that PR has been merged and sent back to least authority. So fingers crossed that is the last remaining step before getting the thumbs up from them.
Cool. Thank you, Hank. Right. So next is Microblocks and the updates on the design. Jasper, would you like to share?
Yep. All right. So just to recap, because not all of you were there, we reviewed some preliminary designs like a week ago. in which we basically consider microblocks to be a confirmed state, just like when it is in an anchor block. We just wanted to try to somehow differentiate between the two visually. So you would at least have a clue that one is more confirmed than the other. So this was the very first draft we had, where I presented microblocks as having an outline check, and when it has been included in at least one anchor block, the check will be filled. And what I've done is I have built out that approach for the Explorer as well, and then I got a whole other approach with the double checks. Then if you were to click on one transaction and see the details, we could have a little timeline, and we can have a timeline on the Explorer as well. It kind of hopefully explains how microblocks and anchor blocks work. Microblock first, hopefully, and then anchor block. And on the Explorer, this is the confirm tab. So this is again like with the outline and fill approach, where we can say in a microblock or anchored or in an anchor block, something like that. And then if you were to go to a transaction, this is a transaction that has been included, confirmed in an anchor block. So that doesn't really change much to what we have now. You just show the history here as well. And it's included in a microblock. It also doesn't really change anything other than, that it's waiting for an anchor block. And then if it's pending, similarly, it will just show transaction created and pending up top. And then as far as blocks go for this approach, presenting blocks, this is the simple approach where we just show them linearly or chronologically. We don't show any relation.
Did he froze for everyone or just me? Okay.
For everyone.
Cool. Well, maybe while he's freezing, we can show the Explorer changes, and then we can go back to microblocks. Alex, can you stop sharing his screen?
Mine is quite quick too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can we disable him when he's not here?
I'm trying to. It doesn't allow me to do it.
You might have to boot him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get there. Where is Jasper?
We can edit this out of the recording.
No.
I was gonna say we should all apologize to Jasper in advance.
How do I do that? There he goes. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll keep it simple. I want to share something that I was kind of excited about. Can you see this?
Yes.
Cool. So right now, the sandbox, if you open it up, it has different tabs that you can go through. And as you can see right now, the URL does not change. What I did add now is a routing mechanism for the sandbox itself. So you can select the tab, but even more so, you can actually select the contract right away through the URL. So what you will see is a pre-selected contract that you can interact with. And the cool thing that you can now do, or with this PR you will be able to do, is within an app, for instance, you could say, you have a bunch of different contracts. You can find one, let's say, the registry here, and you can say interact with the sandbox. It will open up the contract, load up the right address, and then it preloads the methods that you can interact with. So you could actually just say, get last ID of this function, And boom, within a matter of seconds, you were able to enter the contract that's on the mainnet without going through any code or anything, which is, I think, pretty cool. So just wanted to share that.
Yeah, this is great. Good job, Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So maybe we can show Microblocks next time since Jasper is not here.